What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come in and check out the content. Let's see right here. I'm doing a quick sound check just to make sure people can hear us. But yeah, man, we got a few things on the docket today, right? Talk about the conversation that went on with the little dust up that occurred with Angel Reese and what's the guy name RG3. Then we're gonna talk some football. What else we got? The big game coming on today. Clayton said this ain't really no big game. That's the big game though, Jack, for me. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Buecker, right? Then also I want to talk about I found this Mahomes Mountain, right? They ranking these different quarterbacks on the different teams. Mm-hmm. As y'all can see, they got Mahomes up at the top, but it's a couple discrepancies here that I think, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think the kid, we'll get into it. I think the kid McDaniels is too high. I think Stratford is too low. But yeah, man.
That's Nick. That's Nick Wright. He does that. He created that Mahomes Mountain.
Right. Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Yeah, that's the first name I thought of when that came up. It's like, that's got to be Nick Wright.
Yeah, that's Nick Wright. So I got a bone to pick with Nick Wright. He got some people.
I don't know. That's right.
In the wrong order on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But I mean, where y'all want to start? We could start with this quarterback. What is it? The quarterback pyramid, if y'all want to.
Sure.
Y'all cool with that? So at the bottom, he got Kyler Murray. He got Rodgers. Then he got Phoenix. Who's this kid? Not Phoenix. Penix.
The boy, the rookie that Atlanta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah,
I haven't heard too much from that kid. Then you got Bryce, then you got Fields, McCarthy, and Wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look, Aaron Rodgers at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think that's too low for Aaron Rodgers?
I do, and I'm not even an Aaron Rodgers fan like that. But he ain't supposed to be on the same row as Kyler Murray and Penix, and he ain't. Then you got a rookie down there. And somebody else who hasn't even played yet. Man, he's supposed to be above them.
Hey, I agree with you. I'm not a Rodgers fan either, right? But I think Rodgers too low too.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, man, I mean, if you got Rodgers ranked all the way down there at the bottom, man, I just think that's not a good sign for the Steelers, man. If y'all trying to make a playoff run and do something in the postseason. I just think they got Rodgers. Maybe he'll find some motivation in that. You know what I mean? What Nick Wright got going on.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Geno, Purdy, Khalid Williams, May, Nix, Trevor, Tua, Donald. Mm. None of them guys should be above Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Yeah.
But see, I don't know. I've seen this before. I really don't know the context of it. I don't know if he's basing it off like last year. Mm-hmm. Like he got to be with some of them. You know what I mean? Because they only been in the league a year. Some of them. You know what I mean? But,
right.
But Baker had a hell of a year last year, man. Baker had a hell of a year.
Baker had a good year. And in all fairness, Nick, his mountain changes from week to week. So he is basing on games, stuff like that. Right, but I'm just saying, I don't care how great Baker was last year. He ain't better than Aaron Rodgers.
No.
I don't think he's better than Aaron Rodgers. He definitely don't have the career Aaron Rodgers had. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he basing it off last year or not. Because Aaron Rodgers, even though, team success was not, good. His numbers wasn't that bad. Not as bad as I thought they would work. When I actually saw him, his numbers weren't as bad as I thought they were.
Yeah.
That guy Trevor Lawrence, man. You know what I mean? But that's Nick Wright guy. He could been calling him the Prince for I don't know how long.
The Prince that was promised.
yeah. That's his guy. He like Baker too. I'm surprised he got Caleb as low as he does. I'm surprised he got Caleb because remember he had Caleb on like tier 3 before Caleb played it down in the NFL. Man, he had him like the sixth best quarterback before he even played it down. So
yeah. What's up? Retro hairstylist said that Aaron Rodgers should be retired. Now, although I agree that he you know what I mean. Even coming out of retirement, I think he should be higher than a lot of these guys up there. You know what I mean?
Head case, man. He just seemed to be a me guy all the time, man. Me guy. He's not really like a team guy.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to work with Coach T, man. You know, I know he got a lot of respect for Coach T, so we're going to see how that goes.
Let me ask y'all this, though. Tua is below Purdy. Y'all good with that? Tua being below Purdy? For real?
I am.
Jim, you good with that?
I like Tua a lot, but he's damaged goods.
Right.
He's one hit away from retirement and one hard hit away from death.
Yeah. And then they got Geno ranked on the same level with Dak.
Nah, I don't agree with that. And I like Geno. I think Dak gonna get he's gonna be the most scrutinized quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, man. That's gonna be the most scrutinized position, man. They're gonna be under the microscope. You know what I mean? From the first snap in camp to the last, last snap at the end of the season. They're gonna take all the hits. So I think that gets like a lot of stuff that shouldn't come his way, but that comes with the job as well as that salary. All that comes with it. But I don't think Dak is as bad as a lot of people try to say he is.
Yeah.
You know, with Tua, I don't think he's a great arm talent. He throws an accurate ball, but his arm is so weak, man. That's my thing against Tua.
Yeah. So Tua, you're right. I agree with that. Tua more so like for timing patterns and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Which makes the cheetah a bad fit for Miami.
Yeah.
Elaborate, Jim. Elaborate.
I mean, when did Tyreek have his best seasons? Obviously with the Chiefs, and how did that success translate? There was a lot of good offensive schemes that took advantage of his speed in the short and midterm game, but where he hit all the highlight reels were those long passes from Mahomes, where Mahomes was making he was generating time for Tyreek to get downfield, and then he's got such a cannon, he can get the ball to him. Tua just doesn't have that ability to get that ball way downfield.
Well, I agree with that, but I'm gonna say this though. I think Tyreek Hill had his best 2 seasons yardage wise with the Dolphins.
It's just how you right. It's just how he get them. You know, a lot of with Miami, a lot of catch and run. Whereas though when he was with Kansas City, you know what I mean? Because he always had the capability of dialing it up. You understand, and getting it down the field. You know what I mean? A lot of 9 routes, if you will. A lot of skinny posts like that. Whereas though with Miami, it's a lot of quick throws, and then he putting his speed out there. As soon as he gone like that. So,
but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at his average yards per catch, right? And the Chiefs, his highest was 17, which is outstanding, right? And then the second highest was 15.8. But then with the Dolphins, he averaged 15.1. 2003, and then he also averaged 14.4, 14.8, 14.7. So I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a big thing for Tua. I think his arm is weak, but I think the Dolphins, I think they utilize Tyreek real well too. The Chiefs did, but I think the Dolphins did too. I think their coach down there in Miami is a good guy. He's creative. You know what I mean? So,
he schemed well.
He schemed well.
That's good right there, because I think what you're saying is like two different coaches realizing like what their players, what their quarterbacks can do. One do have the arm to get him down there, you know what I mean, the throw down field. The other, they put him more so on timing patterns, so that's a good sign for coaches, right? Dave agreed with you though, Clayton. He said Clayton is right. His first 2 years, his first 2 years he was good with that. You know what I mean? Retro says that she thought that Trevor Lawrence would have killed it his first year. What happened, right? I was big on Trevor Lawrence too.
I am still.
You know what I mean? Coming out of college, I think he kind of a little bit maybe like kind of underperformed, or I don't know if it's like the talent that they had around him or what. But I think he's a better quarterback than what he get credit for though.
Well, I'm still big on Trevor. Just call me. I die hard. When I like something, I die hard.
We know that. We know that.
What you trying to say, Tom?
We know that. You know what I mean? When you win them, you win them. You know what I'm saying? You win them.
Yeah.
Because I'm holding on to Trevor, boy. I'm dying hard with him.
That's respect. That's respect. What else, man? Now they got. See, that's another reason. You know, I think that's why they trying to do the Travis Hunter or offense type thing, to give him another weapon. They give Trevor Lawrence another weapon. They just paid him some more bread, so they like, man, we get Travis down here as another weapon on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see how it work out.
Yeah.
I just think Jacksonville failing him right now. That's all.
Could be. I mean, he had a couple coaches, man, make you scratch your head. That guy who won the Super Bowl with Philly, I can't think his name.
Doug
Peterson. And then, he got fired down there, and I thought that might have been a good fit, but apparently not.
Yeah, I was excited when he got that coach. I thought they was going to do something together.
I'm just saying what he did with Nick Foles and the other guy. I can't think of his name.
Nick Foles. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's still around. Remember the guy that was had that year when he was going to be MVP and got hurt?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Yeah. Carson Wentz. You know what I mean?
Carson Wentz. Yeah. And he was rolling too. He was rolling.
Yeah, he was the favorite to win MVP that year.
Yeah, he was the favorite to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jacksonville just needs more weapons for Trevor.
And I think, Jim, that's the thing where they allow Travis to play offense, like both sides. I think they want to get Trevor Lawrence as many weapons as they can in the passing game, Yeah. So we see how it work out.
So let's talk about that, right? Because retro hairstylists do say, like, what do you guys think of Travis Hunter, right? Do y'all think that Travis Hunter is going to be able to help out, the quarterback down there? As a rookie coming in, do y'all think he's going to be able to help out? Make a difference?
I think in some instances he'll be able to help. I think I mentioned this yesterday, man. Just have some packages set up for him, man. He don't need to be out there every offensive snap. You know what I'm saying? Like some red zone packages for him, maybe some third down packages, things like that. But I wouldn't have him out there every offensive snap. I wouldn't do that.
Don't be surprised in the early part of the season when they do that. He's gonna be the decoy.
I can see that.
Yeah, everyone's gonna put their eyes on him, and I think they'll take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could be.
Do you guys know anything about Jacksonville's new head coach and who's calling the plays?
No, what's his name? What's his name?
I don't even know. That's why I'm asking you guys, because I know they let Doug Peterson go, but who's the coach now?
I have
Liam Cohn.
Okay.
He's like 39 years old. Another one of these young guys.
Okay.
I don't know much about him.
Okay.
I mean, he was born after I graduated from high school.
Yeah.
So what coaching tree he out of? Do you know that, Jim? What coaching tree he's out of?
They saying he was the offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay at one time.
Yeah,
okay.
So Arians.
Okay, Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this about the kid, CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he last year was like a sophomore slump kind of season for him, right?
Yep.
I don't know, man.
I think he ranked for him to have like the first year he did good. Last year he fell off a little bit. So for him to be
what was that the Texans falling off or was that him falling off?
I mean, I'm not, it could have been either one, you know what I mean? But I just saying he fell off last year. But now, did they have a coaching change? Was like some type of personnel change that would affect us? So
But they had injuries. They had injuries that affected their production
down there. But I think another thing that played a part, teams have film on them now. So with teams that have film on you, and you know what I'm saying, and they be able to read your tendencies and things like that, and make you beat them doing things you're uncomfortable doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to see that with Jaden Daniels down in DC this year.
That's what what I'm leading to, right?
Right. We're going to see that with him when teams get film on, and I think Jaden Daniels is tough, man. I think he's that he's nice, man. I really do. Yeah. But he's gonna have to adjust to the adjustment. Because defense is gonna come out, and I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit to Cam Newton. Years ago when he first came as a rookie and he blew up, right? His second year, sophomore slump, whatever, and they said Cam Newton didn't like throwing to the right side of the field. He always liked throwing to the left side of the field. So what they did was, however they schemed their coverage in the defensive backfield to make him throw that way. And he was able to adjust, you know what I'm saying, and get better at it. But that's one of the things that defensive coaches, that's what they do. They like, he like throwing to the left sideline, you know what I mean? Make him throw to the right sideline. Yeah, so just little stuff like that.
Let me ask you guys, what round did Texans get bumped? I know the Chiefs beat them. Was that the first round playoffs?
Yeah. I think they won a game. I think they won a game last year. I think.
Did they?
I don't know. I think they won a game last year, but I could be wrong. I
don't know. I don't even recall.
But, what's the name went to the NFC Championship game?
Who?
Jay Daniels with down.
Yeah. But I was just going back to CJ as far as his sophomore year, not being good. But I'm thinking that he didn't have the same statistics. But I thought with everything they was facing and all the adversity, to me he showed more. He showed more to me because they had so much adversity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Dave says that referring to Stroud, that he's the best young quarterback he's seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I appreciate and I dig what he did last year too, right? But I still think him to be up there with Hurts and Burrows, a couple of guys who have a lot more experience in the league than he do. Let him, you know what I mean? Give him at least one more year or so to prove himself. Like coming off his rookie.
I think he's too high on that.
Right? Yeah.
I'll bring him down.
Let me look at this list again.
Yeah.
Look at this list again. Nah, man. I like him up there with
Hurts and Burrows.
He ain't up there with Hurts and Burrows. He on a tier with Stafford, Baker, and Goff. Now, I would put Stafford higher. I wouldn't have Stafford on that tier with them, but I think he's better than Baker, Goff. I definitely think so.
Wait a minute. He's on the same level with Hurts and Burrows.
Daniels is on level. Stroud is on one below.
He one below, Mike. It's just three on that tier with Burrow, Hurts, and Daniels. It's just them three.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think he should be up there with Hurts and Burrows.
He's not. He's on a tier below them.
Mike talking about Daniels. He talking about Jaden Daniels. That's what he talking.
Oh, you talking about Daniels? I thought you talking about Shroud.
Yeah, he talking
Oh,
about Jaden Daniels.
Oh yeah, no, not Shroud.
oh, you talking about Daniels? I put Daniels. I would put Daniels up there.
You got two dudes up there. One won a Super Bowl and one went to the Super Bowl.
Yep, but you know what I like about Daniels?
I wouldn't put him
I
up
don't
there.
care about the experience. They didn't have a great running game. Everything was predicated on that kid. Everything.
They did have a great running game when he ran it.
When he ran, exactly.
Yeah.
And he made outstanding decisions. Come on, man. Hey, and their defense was okay. They wasn't solid, but a lot of their success was solely on him and that kid.
But
I don't care that he was a rookie.
But bringing them down to the level of Stafford and Baker and Goff, you look at the success they had last year. That's not really. That's not a knock.
That ain't a smack in the face.
Yeah, no, a knock to bring him down. You look at
yeah, it is a knock to me.
You look at Baker. I think Baker ended up second in the league in touchdowns last year. He was in the high 30s in touchdowns.
And also, let me say something else about Baker, right? For the way that Baker Mayfield started his career, right? It looked for a little while like he wasn't going to be around for long. Right. So Baker Mayfield had turned it around. So everything that Baker Mayfield he earned, right? Then we talk about Stafford, right? Stafford, I think he's been pretty consistent and pretty solid throughout his career. So that's what I'm saying. When you put somebody up there like the kid McDaniels above those guys, now Goff, I'm not really all that sold on the Goff guy, right?
They just had an outstanding year, and they record-wise, they were the #1 seed and all that. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? But
if we want to put Daniels beside Baker, here's the difference. Daniels don't turn the ball over. He don't throw interceptions. Yeah. And as great as Baker had a season last year, he still had 16 interceptions. Yeah. Look at Daniels, man. This kid is outstanding. He's outstanding. So Baker found his way.
Put him on the level. Put him on the level of Lamar and them there. Stop at level 3.
I do put that. See, the people in Baltimore be mad at me. I like Daniels over Lamar.
Man, I'll see y'all later, man. I'm about to
I'll let y'all later on, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. I like him over Lamar. Listen, Lamar is fantastic. He's electrifying. But this kid is he playing the position better. I don't mean no harm. Now, Lamar didn't throw.
You got 1 year of
that's all. Listen, that's what I got to work with. I don't listen. You know me. I don't need to see a great body of work to determine your greatness.
I know that.
I don't need that. Yeah. And I'm just saying, this kid, because what he does in the pocket, Lamar can't do.
I can't say that right now because like I said, we only got 1 year body of work on this kid, man. And
we got a lot of work, but we got a lot of work on Lamar.
That's why I'm
and this kid going to the playoffs his first year as a rookie.
That's why I'm saying we got all the evidence of what Lamar can do, and then you give me 1 year.
I'm getting ready to share with you.
We don't get doing drug testing on this channel, Clayton. That's crazy.
It does not get any harder than the playoffs. The elevated play during the playoffs. It don't get no harder than that. This kid, first year, took that team all the way to the NFC Championship game. Lamar has yet to win more than one game in the playoffs in any season yet. And he turns the ball over in the playoffs. Yeah. And he makes bad decisions. I'm just saying, I'm not saying the kid more athletic. Lamar's electrifying. But this kid, purely playing that position, I would take him over Lamar.
That's a strong statement.
That's old, man. I like
it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't.
I was watching something and Scott said he would take him over Jalen Hurts.
Who said that?
Wait a minute, say that again.
Boss Scott said he would take Jaden Daniels over Jalen Hurts.
Real?
Well, but that depends on what kind of offense are you running?
Yeah,
because I don't know that it makes sense to put Daniels into the Eagles' offense the way they run the offense right now. I mean,
oh man,
yeah, that's tailor-made. That's tailor-made. I don't think he's the leader that Jalen Hurts is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's the leader that Jalen Hurts is. Jalen been to 2 Super Bowls. He done been to 2 Super Bowls and won one and outplayed the greatest quarterback to ever put a jock strap on. And Patrick Mahomes outplayed him both games, if you ask me. Outplayed him both games. But you know what I mean?
All I'm saying is if that trade was made, you would have to revamp the Eagles' offense.
Not at all.
I agree.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
It's a run-heavy offense. I agree with that because it's a
not at all. Listen. That's all Jaden Daniels was missing was a running back and a big offensive line. If you put that kid, he got legs. So whenever you want to run the quarterback bootlegs, he can do it. You got Saquon Barkley. You got them 2 big receivers. This kid was throwing over 4,000 yards with only 1. So if you insert him behind Philly line, they would have even more production.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that offense would look completely different.
Then let me ask you this.
It'd be more productive.
It's like a consensus, right? Where the top 3 quarterbacks, some say top 4. It's like a consensus. The top 4 quarterbacks are Patrick, Barrows, Lamar, and then the dude up in Buffalo. Right? That's like the consensus. They're the top 4 quarterbacks in the league, right? So I'm asking y'all. I know what Clayton say, but I still want him to say it, right? So who would be the 5th that you would add to it?
The 5th quarterback?
Yeah, after those 4.
Are you asking everybody, right?
I'm asking everybody. I already know what you're gonna say, but yeah, I'm asking everybody.
Okay. Well,
what first would be the 5th quarterback y'all would add?
First of all, I don't agree with the consensus. Because this consensus is based on stats. So I don't even agree with that per se. Now, if I had to take 5 quarterbacks right now, of course Patrick, of course Josh Allen, of course Burrow. I probably would take Jaden. Then I probably would take trying to think. Stafford, maybe. I like Jordan Love in Green Bay. Lamar would be in my top 10 somewhere, but he ain't. Lamar is, I don't know how to say this without sounding crazy. He's the best football player in the league. Don't get me wrong. He's just not the best quarterback. Playing the quarterback position takes a different skill set. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So, but he gets away with a lot of stuff because he's sheerly electrifying. He's quick. He can get out of trouble, and stuff like that, where he can make sensational plays when stuff break down. But Lamar is not a quarterback that play on time. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't necessarily have Lamar up there like that.
So your number 5 would be. We know that you say your top 3. So your number 5 would be.
I would put CJ Stroud up there.
Above Lamar?
Yes. Not as a player, but as a quarterback, yes.
All right. What's yours, Jim?
If we're talking about this mountain right here, I gotta kind of. It pains me to say this, but I kind of lean towards what Nick's already got up there.
Yeah, I agree. For me too.
I think Hurts would be my number 5 too.
Everything below the first 3 rows, I think is. I don't necessarily agree with. I think we could shuffle that around, but I think he got the first 3 rows right.
I agree.
Yeah. I think my number 5 would be after Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, and Burrows, I think my number 5 would be Jalen. Some people say he's a benefit. He's He's a product of his environment. You know what I mean? Offensive line, running game, defense. But people can make that argument for every player that played on them Dallas dynasties too. That they was a product of, you know what I'm saying, a great team put together by the front office. You can't penalize the player because they got smart GMs and they make good moves for the team. So
yeah. I would think
I like the Jalen Hurts pick. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
But I wouldn't say it's penalizing them. You don't overrate him either. You don't let the talent make you think he's better than what he is either.
Yeah, I mean, I the top 5, and looking at this right here, the top 5, I wouldn't argue with that. Like I said, I would take this kid McDaniels out of there. Like he would be the one that I would X off for that top 5. And as a matter of fact, I would move Hurts up. I would put Hurts probably above Allen and Lamar, right? Just because of what he doing in Philadelphia. I think he's a better quarterback than both of those guys to me. But other than that, yeah, the top 5, like as it's constructed right here, I will go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got a problem with it. Like you say, like Jim said, now you go below Daniels, you go below him, then you probably can shuffle around two guys and stuff like that.
And like I would bring up Stafford though.
I don't think it's a pyramid below that, because I think there's those top 3 rows, and then there's maybe 2 rows below that are pretty flattened out.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like they interchangeable.
Yeah. Dave, what Dave said, he Knicks is better than that whole row. Above him, right?
Let me see. What's the row Knicks on?
Hold up.
Yep.
So
I gotta agree with Dave too.
Yeah.
We sleeping on Bo Nix.
He ain't better than Herbert. I don't think he's better than Herbert. I don't think he's better than Purdy either.
That AFC West, Dave, I'm here to tell you that AFC West is going to be a nightmare this year. And that AFC West is going to be a meat grinder. And so the power rankings kind of have the same old names at the top, right? Eagles, Chiefs. I made this prediction. Dave's going to hate me. I made this prediction months and months ago, even last season. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make it to the AFC Championship this year. Just not because they're not a great team, because they are an amazing team. They got all sorts of good stuff going for them. But that AFC West year after year has become better and better, and yeah. It's going to be a meat grinder. And they may make it back to the AFC Championship, and I would not be surprised. But my prediction is it's going to be too tough this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask all y'all this. That Kansas City offense, right? Does it look different than 2-3 years ago?
I think so. You mean 2-3 since they let the who's the wide receiver that went to Miami?
The cheetah. What's his name?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Do y'all think I'm just saying X's and O's scheme wise. Do y'all think it look different?
I think so. They do more dinking and dunking now than they did like about 3 years ago. Yeah, to me.
It don't look as innovative as it used to be. To me,
well, I think it's an ever evolving look. Big Red he's never gonna repeat the same thing. He's always tinkering. He's always changing the offense, and he's predicting what is going to happen.
It looks worse.
Well, I think it only looks worse.
Y'all know where I'm getting at with it. Y'all know where
but listen, I think it's even more innovative because his offensive line has been trash.
Yes.
And for him to get what he's getting out of it is because of his innovation.
He's not getting anything. What is he getting out of the offense?
Well, Doug, you went back to the Super Bowl twice. I mean, I don't know what more.
That's because who your quarterback is. That's not because of
no, that's because of play calling too. He's very innovative.
That's because Mahomes is making plays. That's because Mahomes is making plays. Since the enemy left, that offense has looked different. Y'all don't want to give them no credit. Y'all want to give all credit to Andy Reid.
Listen.
Bieniemy
Whoa. Did you say anything about Bieniemy?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yo, Bieniemy is such a fraud. Such a fraud. Come on now.
I let man.
We have not mentioned Bieniemy since he left Kansas City.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't got nothing to do with it. No.
And we forget. Hold on, let's not forget though. Hold up. Last year, KC had a good defense last year.
They did.
Okay, so let's not forget that. We talk about Patrick Mahomes and how he led KC to the Super Bowl last year. But KC defense put them in that Super Bowl. Okay? KC had a great defense last year. So, KC is good, but if they can keep up with that, if that defense can keep playing like they have, we can probably see KC again in the Super Bowl.
KC defense look like they look in the Super Bowl. If that KC defense look like it looked in the Super Bowl.
But you gotta look at it this way.
Look at Philly offense and defensive lines. If you win the line of scrimmage, you're gonna dominate.
Right.
Hey, that's a no-brainer.
Defense ain't as good as
Philly's the whole package. Philly just has to be the whole package.
The defense ain't as good as y'all say. If they get dominated, they ain't as good as y'all say.
But they got dominated by the best offensive line in football. And all the rest of these teams couldn't do it. Yeah. And they wasn't a good offensive line.
Well, don't the Cowboys always known for having good offensive line though? Offensive lines.
Yeah. That's a take of the past, man.
No, they all don't. No, they all don't. They always
that is there.
Why y'all gotta do this? Hey. We ain't the soon as I get on here, y'all mention the Cowboys. As soon as I get on it, okay. Let's talk about it. Yes, we have always had a good offensive line. But the problem is, especially with last year, injury kills everything, especially in football. And the problem with the Cowboys is we don't have a next man up. That's the problem with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it right now. I think Dallas has a breakout year.
Well, that's what people predict too. They are. I
think they had a pretty good draft, and I think they're going to do much better.
You talked about Jim. You talked about the AFC West. I think that NFC East going to be a tough division, man.
Yeah.
I think that's tough.
Absolutely.
With Washington, Philly, Dallas, the Giants. The Giants with a rookie quarterback, man, but they made a couple moves defensive line and so on and so forth. They got Russ in there. I guess he's going to start the season. You know what I mean? So I
think the Bleacher Report got the Giants like the 31st team ranked in the league. Man, the Giants ain't doing nothing.
And I always put all my now somebody was just on here talking about, man, I don't go with the census, but they gonna bring up the Bleacher Report.
I'm just saying. I don't agree with it when it comes to the quarterback ranking.
I agree when it comes to the.
But it's easy to use a metric for a team.
Yeah, you don't like it when it's going to.
But my question is, do you think Washington is going to be as good as they were?
Crazy, boy. You crazy.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold up, man. Say that again, man.
Do you think Washington is going to be as good as they were?
Yes.
Because let's not forget now, the Redskins blew them out. Mm-hmm. And now you got your boy Daniels in that sophomore year now, where a lot of quarterbacks that we think is special fall off.
So they might not make it to the NFC Championship game again, but I think they have sustained success though. I don't think they might not make it to the NFC Championship game, but yeah, man, I think they'd be a good team. I think they'd be like 11 win team, somewhere around 11, 12 win team. Yeah. But it's gonna be tough, man. They playing in a tough division. Man. So
NFC East ain't tough. We got Philly and Washington, and that's it.
No Dallas. You don't give Dallas a shot.
I ain't giving Dallas nothing.
You ain't got to give us nothing because we ain't got to give it to us. We'll take it.
Dallas got a whole bunch of overpaid motherfuckers. That's what they got.
What's the linebacker?
No, but they did pick up Pickens though. So that might help the offense.
Which is a headache.
Yeah.
That's a headache, man.
Yeah, it's a headache.
Yeah.
And my question is this, and this is what kills me about the Cowboys. We pick up Pickens this year, but last year we could have had Saquon or Henry.
Yep, you could have had. Yep,
that's true.
You know
that's true.
That's true.
That's the problem with our Cowboys. Yeah. We want to go after these prima donna wide receivers, but we don't want to go after the people that can really help the team.
Yeah.
And the
that's
thing about it, Henry wanted to go there.
Henry wanted to play for Dallas.
Right. He wanted to play for Dallas.
He wanted to go. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I want hold on. We're gonna jump around a little bit, right? And we're gonna get back to the Wolves, the Cowboy Wolves.
I tell you.
But look,
we
got a question in the chat. I want to go over to. They want to know like how y'all think the matchup between Paige and Caitlin gonna go today, right? That's coming on at 1:00 today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Dave said he think that Caitlin is going to outplay her. I got my money on Paige, man. I got my money on Paige. I just dig that mid-range game. I think she's smooth. She tough inside and out. I got my money on Paige today.
Yeah, right now, Caitlin ain't in her right frame of mind right now. Her body failing her. She questioning everything. So I'm not. I wouldn't put it past Paige to outplay her, but I don't think Dallas win the game at all. I don't think Dallas team is gonna match up with Fever.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't. I could be wrong, but I don't.
Yeah.
You never know with Coach White. You never know. Aaliyah could be coming out. I mean, because they don't. Dallas, it ain't hatred. It's an observation. I don't hate the woman, but I just know that Dallas don't have no post presence. So if Aaliyah Boston and Taj and all them ain't killing them on the boards, and then that's why I say it'd be a coaching thing. I can see Aaliyah coming out killing, then they sub her and sit on the bench, and then put Sophie at the 5.
Hey, let me say this too, because I just want to say real quick. It's not really good to play golf in a thunderstorm.
Oh wow!
Just want to let y'all know that.
That's 101. Yeah.
So that's why I'm in my car right now chilling.
Okay. Yeah.
I got caught in a thunderstorm.
You holding the metal rod in your hand. Well, thunder, but not lightning. Yeah.
Hey.
Where you at, man?
I'm in Woodlawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's raining like crazy.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So look, one advantage though, that is true. The advantage in the low post goes to the Fever, right? But I think also Dallas, their advantage to me is like I said, is in that mid range. That center part of that court is going to probably be open for some good opportunities. So.
And they'll take advantage of those opportunities, Mike. I believe that. Yeah. But I just don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah.
When you're going to get out rebounded, when the Indiana Fever defense is better, when they got bigger post presence, when you got all these things stacked up against you, you got the mid-range, you take advantage of those opportunities, but you allowing like 90 points a game to be scored against you. And we know the Fever can run it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be, could be though.
Yeah.
Hey fellas, I'm going to log out. I appreciate you. I just had to come in because I saw y'all was talking about quarterbacks and everything. And I just want to say one thing. Your boy Lamar is definitely number 3. No doubt about that.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I can tell you
definitely number 3.
Hey man, I can tell you haven't been the one drinking. Clay say like he was the one that was drinking this morning.
I hear again. I say it all the time. Lamar is probably the best pure football player, but playing the position, it's like if you're playing chess, right? He's got athleticism, but when I'm playing chess, he don't play chess better than the other quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate that because usually I'm the one on the opposite side of that argument.
Yeah.
But I feel better that. But yeah, that top 5 is definitely the way it should be right now as of today.
Yeah, I think we all pretty much, I think we all pretty much agree that top 5 is about on par, right? But yeah, man, I just
hey man, before you go, I'm calling it right now. NFC Championship game, Dallas versus Tampa Bay.
Okay, all right, I understand.
Hey, Jim,
you know, Jim, you know what I got, right? I got the Cowboys beat Minnesota in the playoffs.
I mean, that's tradition, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys beat Minnesota in the playoffs. So
forgive me if I'm naive, but did something happen to Philly's offense and defensive line that I don't know about?
No. This is nothing but me hating on the power rankings and tired of seeing the same 2 teams at the top every freaking year.
So why all right, man. Be safe.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Hey, Jim. Quick question though. What's Tampa Bay? I mean, why they caught your attention like that? What they done down there? And I just want to know. I'm not saying that that's a bad pick or whatever. I just want to know.
I just like Buecker the way he's playing, and I think they got they're on the rise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Saints are horrible. They're going to be horrible this year. So Tampa Bay is going to win that division.
Yeah, I like Baker Mayfield too.
I do too.
Yeah, I dig Baker Mayfield. But yeah, Baker. Retro said Baker is killing it. Retro also said that to your point, Clayton, about the Indiana Fever, right? She says that 59 points of the 99 points were scored in the second half against
Atlanta. Yep,
right?
yep, Friday night. It sure was.
Yeah, you know, and so I still think my girl she's gonna show up and show out. Let me see.
She very well did. The last time the Wings played, she damn near scored 30, but they lost to Indiana. Got blown out. Yeah.
All right,
she should show out. She should show out.
So look, but you said though that like Caitlin Clark, like there's some things going on with her, right? And she might not be in her right state of mind, or something might be going on with her anyway. So look, like I was saying yesterday. So even when you have a player like that, that's your franchise player. Like your franchise player is not supposed to be going through these type of situations where they doubting themselves or they have, you know, like confidence issues and stuff like that, right? And so on the other hand, when you got when you have what's the young lady named Paige Bueckers, you got Paige Bueckers and she putting up the numbers. That's to my point I was saying yesterday. You want your franchise ball player to have that confidence, win or lose, and then that away, because that goes into part of their development. If you have somebody struggling with their confidence or having issues and stuff like that, that's going to, in my opinion, that's going to stunt their growth.
I disagree with that. I think everybody at some point hits a point where they may be questioning their confidence, but what develops you is getting beyond that. And then that's what really develops you. Well,
yeah, I mean that if some people believe too, they'll say that like what makes you you know what I mean, what don't kill you make you stronger, right? I don't subscribe to that. I think eventually what it kind of just breaks you down over time, not necessarily making you stronger. So it don't always work out, in my opinion, in that way.
Right. It depends on the archetype of the person.
Right. Yeah.
And I just see in her love for basketball, her determination, and you can see her fighting through, because like even the second half Friday, she grabbed the rhythm, she got into a rhythm, stuff like that. I don't think she's the type that's going to let this period of time defeat her. I don't believe that.
Well, yeah, no, that's not the point I'm making though. Let me ask you this then. Mm-hmm. Like take any great athlete across any great sport, right? Mm-hmm. Like give me an example of somebody who went through something like this and overcame it and then became like the face of their league or the face of their sport.
Well, she's already the face, but you can say that the Pistons, what they did to Mike, it challenged him mentally. You know, he walked off the court defeated one time.
Physically too. I say physically too. They beat him up
physically and stuff like that. And then because he was so determined and he loved the game and stuff, he overcame it. That's just one example.
Let me say,
Saquon Barkley is another. The Giants moved off of him, questioning, but you know, he had that self-belief, but I'm sure it made him doubt himself at times. Nobody wanted to pay him. He just kept his head down and he pushed through this, and bam, look what you saw last year.
All right, so the situation with Mike and early in his career, Mike always got his numbers. So that's my point. Like when you go back and even if you look at Mike's stats, like Mike scored like 9 points, like only like once or twice in his whole career. So Mike never doubted it. There was never no doubt in Mike. You know what I mean? Like Mike always got his numbers. Mike always performed at a high level. So he was frustrated to a point where like when he wasn't able to get past them. But that's my thing. Like your franchise ball players need to be able to get their numbers and to perform at that level at all times.
And when I said something's going on with her, don't think for 1 second I think she's doubting herself. I'm just saying right now she's really challenged. Her body and everything else that's going on is challenging her. But I don't think for 1 second the young lady doubts herself.
I don't think she doubts herself either. I just think that she is. I think she needs to get her numbers because she needs to perform at a certain level.
Well, I think she needs to go through what she's going through right now. It's part of her process.
Dave said, if I was Clark, I quit already. Sue me. Let me see. I'll show everybody what you're about. Yeah. But
no, I don't want Caitlin to take her ball and go home. That's a coward's way out. Yeah, I don't want her to do that. I'm a fan of the young lady, so I'd like to see her push through this.
Yeah,
every superhero needs to overcome.
Yeah,
you know, they have to have their arc, right?
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
but if we jump ahead to the film, this is that part in the first act where she's got to overcome the obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just that I think that there's a baseline though that you know what I mean. Like you can't go below, in my opinion. But
it sounds like to me, Mike, you believe that she's not where she is, and she's gonna ultimately fail.
No, I know. My thing is the way she's being coached, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want. She needs to. Win, lose, or draw. My thing is she needs to have a certain amount of freedom to be, what she is. That way you can maintain a certain baseline for her, whereas though she don't go below a baseline, and so that's my thing. Also like with an alpha, you got to put an alpha in a position where as though they have that they had that freedom to grow and express and be themselves. That's why, like I used the example yesterday of Kobe Bryant, like when Jerry West said, Kobe Bryant was not to be hazed, right? Because you don't want the older players in there to try to destroy his confidence and break his confidence. He got to be on a steady trajectory up at all times in order for him to be Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Like if you allow Eddie Jones or Nick Van Exel to haze him and break his confidence, then he don't become Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan, and it was the same thing with Michael Jordan. You couldn't do Mike that. Mike had a baseline. But
with Shaq slapped the shit out of Kobe. Shaq challenged Kobe's alpha thing, and Kobe had to push. And Kobe had to push through that. That was part of Kobe's story.
Shaq also got in trouble for that too. They also knew that he wasn't, Kobe knew that wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah, I don't know the ramifications. I just know they went at it. They both spoke on it, and Kobe stood his ground.
By that time he had to.
And I'm not sure if Caitlin's not doing that because I'm gonna say again, I'm gonna go back to the Atlanta game. Somebody on TikTok was at the game. They tweeted something out about her and Stephanie White having a heated exchange. Mm-hmm. And there was some problems with Natasha Howard, looking her off, not giving her the ball. And then in the second half, Natasha Howard ain't getting no time.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Burn second half.
She got very little.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, so that's what I'm saying. It's gonna start there. It's gonna start at the top. Like you just said, Mike, don't start. You're not gonna mess with them. You're not gonna It's gonna start there.
So even with that goes into when you think about like when you take the Golden State Warriors, that's the problem with Steph Curry and Jonathan Kuminga, right? So they said that Jonathan Kuminga, he had an open free lane to the basket, but his job is to give it to Steph out there on the three. You got a layup. You can make this layup, but you got to turn down that layup so you can get it to Steph.
Right.
And so if we on the court, you know, we're not going to honor that. If you got a shot, you're going to take that shot. You know what I mean? But it ain't no politics, you know what I mean, out there.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's a whole different thing there. But Retro did say that about what you said, Clayton, about how it didn't pass CC the ball. You know what I mean? I think it led to a turnover, a missed rebound. But
that happened a couple of times. One time she drove down the lane and then she wound up traveling, but the ref didn't call it. And then she tried to give it to CC, this looping pass. Well, it was just crazy. It was just so convoluted. It just was choppy. Yeah, she did it twice. But you know, here again, second half, she was on that bench. Wow. So I don't know what happened. I can't speak to it.
You know, a statement was made. Yeah. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's the things you have to do though for your you know, Steph get it, Mike get it, you know, all those guys got it. So those are that's what you have to do in order to you know, allow your franchise ball player to be able to flourish, right?
I'll say this. I don't think that this is a good sign for the Fever for this year. Last year it was the Fever against the league. And that's the kind of stuff that you fight through and you get applauded for. But if there's internal struggles, that's tough, man.
That's the worst thing right there. That's the toughest thing because you can't, you know, externally you could say us against the world, right? You know what I mean? But internally, that's a whole different situation right there. So what now? Dave says that ISO ball kills the teams, but that's all half the team. I don't like the ISO. You know, I don't like ISO ball. I don't know, Dave, Clayton. Jim, Clayton. What y'all think about ISO ball?
Yeah,
I don't like it. Yeah.
What you think, Tom? What'd you say, Tom?
No, I don't like ISO ball, man. That's why to me, man, the college game was always a better game for me to watch than the pros because in college, man, it's none of that the ball moves and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the pro game. That's why I always prefer watching college to pro.
I enjoy ISO ball when it's guys like Michael and Kobe and Kyrie. Because that's fun to watch because these guys have the athletic ability that you know you're going to see something. But if your offense is driven around that, Tonk's right. It can be boring as heck to watch.
And I like sometimes I'm right. It depends on the team. If the team is real exciting in there, the way they move the ball and stuff like Magic in them, like the Lakers used to be, that's great basketball to watch too, because it's up tempo, it's fast, not a lot of isolation, but Magic is out there orchestrating. It looks great. I like either or, but I'm pretty much I wouldn't be what you call a basketball purist. What made me fall in love with basketball is different individuals and personalities. Like from when I was little, going to Dunbar games, I fell in love with Gary Graham. You know how smooth he was. I like Muggsy. It was personalities. You know, then I started watching Len Bias and got, you know, around our way, Mike, watching the Bartons and the Rob. I like personalities. So I'm not a purist. So I wouldn't be a good person to ask that question in terms of ISO or passing, because, you know, it just depends. But I will say this. what we was talking about yesterday, and Magic Johnson is a perfect example of this, right? And I wish Man was still on here because he kept talking about her. Is she a shooter while she playing point guard? Yeah. But it's like, why would you take Magic Johnson and try to make him a two guard? But Magic could score. He could shoot. He wasn't Steph Curry, but he could shoot. You know, why would he could play center? But why would you take him? Well, he could play four. Why would you take him off the point guard when that's who he is? Like it makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand that logic whatsoever.
Yeah,
you know?
I think the thing about going back to the college basketball, right?
Yeah.
In college basketball, you see, you see every kind of defense, like an excellent ball player, an excellent scorer, any elite scorer in college. You're gonna see the 2-3. You're gonna see boxing one. You're gonna see everything. Then on the offensive end, you're gonna learn how to be able to defeat double teams. You know, your game is going to be much more developed. And so by the time you get to the pros and you see and you start watching that kind of basketball, that ISO ball, it's leaving out a big chunk of basketball that you used to watching, you know, whereas though it could be a strategy. Like in college basketball, if somebody getting their thing off one-on-one, you know what I mean? Like y'all in a man, then y'all gonna go to a zone. You know what I mean? Whereas though, then if you got somebody like Steph Curry, like they boxing won him in college. You know what I mean? But you don't get that at the NBA level. That strategy part of it is not there. Now Steph can defeat a boxing one. You know what I mean? He's seen the 2-3 defense and you know and the 1-3-1s and all of that stuff. He's seen all of that, but he don't display that because that game, you know, that part of the strategy is gone.
Yeah.
What August Max said, let me see. August Max said it has to start at the top. Rookies have their way. Yeah, against Clark. It got to start at the top. So yeah, but the ISO ball though.
Is she a liability? Is she a liability defensively?
I don't think she's a liability defensively.
No, not defense, not a liability.
No, she's not a. You know what I mean? Like because you know she played really good team defense anyway, and then like I said, on ball defender. I think she probably like about an average on ball defender. You know, like you're not gonna be like able to put somebody on her and dominate, and then you know like you gotta switch off.
Yeah, like they seeking her out on defense or something like that. Yeah.
Not like you know, like they tried to do against Steph in the league, but even Steph got better against that. You know what I mean? As far as like you know, so you can't really seek him out.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a you know. Yeah.
As long as the effort is there, ain't nobody saying you gotta be, you know, Gary Payton or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. That's the thing about defense. Defense come down to effort. You know what I mean? Steph Curry bulked up and he got more physical.
Right.
CC definitely puts a lot of effort into defense.
Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about on defense. I don't think she's a liability. But let me talk about this. Like RG3, the situation with RG3 and what's the Angel Reese. So Angel Reese recently got she got put on the cover of what's that video game, Clayton?
The NBA 2K.
NBA 2K.
Yeah, 2K.
Right. And so some people they like doctored the picture and they put like a picture of, you know, something that was racist up there. So RG3 responded to that. But in his response, some people took it as a backhanded criticism of Angel Reese and an opportunity for him to make himself, you know, look good when really it wasn't him coming to her rescue. What you don't think?
No, it was him having an opportunity to be a victim and a hero. He was trying to put himself in that situation. But
he does that a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, he used that opportunity because he wanted to come back and tell the world that he talked to somebody in a circle and he was validated on what he said earlier. that everybody got on him when he said she hated Caitlyn. So he saw this as an opportunity. I'm gonna jump on and defend her. There's no place for racism. Nobody should be depicted this way. But then he went into the whole, you know, like somebody from my inner circle called me and said that I was right about her feelings toward Caitlyn. And I just thought that was like a lot of cap, like, you know, regardless of who you talk to, whatever, only an individual can tell you who their inner circle is. A person saying so Tom and Jim and Mike, I could say I'm your inner circle, but none of y'all don't see me that way. You understand what I'm saying? So,
no, you actually
that right there was crazy to me. No, like, you know, yeah. And then her mother came out, steady line, you know, that tell me who you talk to, because her inner circle is so tight, so small. It was just weak. I think RG3 should have left it alone because it had died down, you know, and they all moved on. And Angel has moved on. She's playing great basketball right now, you know, doing her thing. Everybody's moved on. He just saw an opportunity to try to validate his position before, but it failed him miserably. It failed him miserably. Yeah.
I think for him to interject himself into that, he should have just left it alone.
But like I said, he's done that before.
Yes.
When he was commenting on something, he interjects himself in it and try to make it about him or something that he experienced or went through. He does that often. I don't know why, but he does that. He does that a lot.
Yeah. So, let me read this comment right here, right? From Dave. Dave said the monkey thing is overblown because plenty of white people portrayed as monkeys, but it has a different meaning now, right? Let me respond to this, Dave, by saying this. I get your point, right? Some people do see some people may feel like it's overblown, right? But for the people who don't feel like it's overblown, we can't really gloss over the way they feel about the situation, right? Some people, you know, I mean, even some black people may not have been offended by what they saw on there, and some was, but then we can't say, you know, I can't personally myself say, you know, it's overblown, or, you know, I don't, and to Dave, I don't even know, like, if one thing that you may find offensive, you know, I can't say, well, nah, Dave, that, you know what I mean? Nah, Dave, come on, Dave, you know, so, you know, that's why I just left it at just saying RG3 should not have injected himself into that situation.
Plain and simple.
He would not have been able to go through that though. But I mean, you know, everybody have their right to it. I ain't knocking Dave for his opinion, because some people agree with Dave.
Yeah. And it means different things from different people.
Right.
Well, and I'm old enough to know that it was used in a very derogatory, hurtful way when I was a kid, when I was a little kid. And that's what it means to me.
I want to give Angel Reese a lot of credit, because I'm not even sure if she was bothered by that. She didn't ever speak. I haven't heard her speak on the whole meme going around. I just heard her address RG3's lie. So, right. You know, I'll give her kudos for that. She didn't even jump into that conversation, as far as I know.
And you know what, Clayton, that's right. And because everything, you don't need to address everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to address everything. You know what I'm saying? You address on that lie you told, talking to somebody in a circle. You know what I'm saying? But that other stuff, man, don't even want a response.
Right. And so what Dave said, Dave said, now you know how I understand about Colson dry humping Clark, right?
I saw that comment. Yeah.
But
no, Dave, tell us how you feel.
Yeah. And like I said,
is he upset about that? I want to know, is he upset? I don't want to be insensitive to him. Is he upset about that?
Yeah, some people probably was offended by seeing, you know, somebody dry humping somebody else in the locker room. You know?
Why would you think that's cool to do, though?
Right. I agree with that.
Right. So dry humping somebody in a locker room, even in a celebration.
Right. Who celebrates like that?
Right. Yeah. You know, that's
cringe. Yeah, that was cringe.
But and then don't think nobody on this panel was angry about about that. So Dave said I understand your anger. Yeah, but yeah, man.
That's crazy. But yep, RG3. And I think because he wasn't getting he trying to, that clickbait thing and that internet thing is serious, man. Content is king right now. So people are putting themselves in conversations they know gonna go viral too.
Yeah. Yep. But the good thing about that though is too that people recognize that and they call it out. You know what I mean? So if it's good, you can get, you could try that, but people gonna call you out for it. So
you say some people see it coming a mile away. You know what I mean? Some people see it coming a mile away.
And I'm gonna say this, Ryan Clark too. Ryan Clark. He's got a hard on for RG3.
Yeah.
Because Angel didn't even need him to do that to RG3. He asserted himself. Huh?
No, you're right, Clayton. That's like some personal stuff between them two guys.
It's very personal.
It's personal. Yeah. So every time Ryan Clark get an inch, you know what I mean, to speak on RG, he gonna take a whole mile. He gonna take a whole mile.
They both take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, they do.
So that kind of like it's like they going back and forth. But maybe if people ignore both of those guys, you know what I mean, because they getting what is it? RG3 getting clicks, then Ryan Clark is getting clicks. But if people just ignore those guys, then maybe that kind of stuff will go away.
Especially when you're saying it's a bunch of the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Yeah. When you're saying the same thing, you know what I mean, over and over again.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I just wanted
hey man, your boy Cooper Flag had 31 last night.
Yeah. We sitting back. We waiting for the season. We waiting for the real tip off.
You're right.
Telling you that Dallas team. I'm riding with them this year. I love Kyrie. He's my favorite guy.
They say he might be out to the All-Star break.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Who might be out to the All-Star break?
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyrie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all this though. What do it look like? What do y'all think about? Like it's looking like the Lakers moving on off of LeBron. What you think about that?
I mean, what's the big deal now? Let them trade. What's the big deal now? I mean, they're gonna be trash anyway. Go ahead, trade them.
Yeah.
Trade them. I mean, wherever they trade them to, you know what I mean? Hope they get some pieces back, you know what I mean, to try to build around Luka and, you know what I mean, turn it the franchise into, you know what I mean, winners again. But, man, there ain't no big deal nowadays, man. This dude only probably going to play another year.
Right.
So are you a fan? Are you a fan of the Lakers? Is that your team or LeBron's your guy?
No, both. Lakers my team, but Lakers my team first. Lakers my team first. And then I'm a LeBron fan, but Lakers my team.
Team first. East Side, what's up, East Side? Welcome to the chat.
East Side, what's going on?
Let me see. East Side said that Cooper Flag gonna be a problem. I agree with it. I just think once he get the taste of how to play in the NBA and he learned how to move without that ball and stuff like that, man, from Kyrie and Clay, I think he's gonna be tough.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all make him the number one option? But y'all make him the number one option on that team start the season?
Who? Let me see. He number one option.
It's going to define itself. It's going to define itself.
Of course it is. But I'm just saying, because I still think if you got a healthy Anthony Davis, he would be my number one option.
For real?
If he healthy, Mike. If he healthy. You know what I'm saying? If he healthy. You know what I mean? But like Clayton just said, 10 games in, Anthony Davis out with a hangnail. He gonna miss 35 games. You know what I'm saying? He gonna miss 35 games, you know?
Yep. And I'm gonna say this. Mike made a statement that he gotta adjust to the league. I'm gonna say this. The league gonna have to adjust to Cooper.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm talking that talk. Yes.
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, man, this ain't
talking that talk.
This ain't Jordan coming, man. I ain't go that far. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah, I want to see him, though. Yeah, I want to
We
see him.
ain't seen an animal like this. We seen an animal like when Magic was 6'9" playing point. That was different. This kid's 6'9" playing the wing, and that's different, man. The way he plays, that's different. It's different.
LeBron did that coming in.
Not like this. LeBron ain't had that 3-ball like this kid, and not like this, man. And this kid plays some great defense. Not like this. I'm not saying.
Was a better, what you call it? What I'm trying to say. Look, LeBron coming in had all the skills that he had, except maybe the range on his jump shot. Except maybe that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying Cooper gonna come in triple double and all that. I'm just saying this different, man. This different. Yeah,
I like him, and like I said, I give him that green light from day one because he, like, you got Anthony Davis, an older ball player, then you got Kyrie Irving and Clay. They gonna mold him. I like him being around those guys. I think they gonna mold him, and they gonna give him that confidence and allow him to be the player that that people think he can be.
In a way, I mean, it hurts team wise that Kyrie is going to be out, but I think it'll help Cooper Flag that Kyrie won't be there because he'll have more opportunities.
Yeah. And I need my man Ant-Man. I need my man Ant-Man to get a point guard. That's what I need, so I can see his show.
Man. Come on.
Yeah,
I need my man Ant to get a point guard. I need to see that show. Yeah, I know, Tom. I know. I know.
Well,
I know you don't like him. You think he all sizzle, no substance. But that cat got substance too.
Call up A-Rod and tell him to get off the pocket. Let's get it done.
That bread. He got that bread. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Listen, he got a great GM. That guy built Denver. They got a great GM. He need to get to work.
Yeah, I ain't familiar with him. I say I ain't familiar with they GM. I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. Austin Max says that will the NBA treat Flag like the WNBA treat Clark?
No way.
Oh. No way. No way.
You know why though? And I'm gonna tell you, when you got the fan base across the board want to see him succeed, then you got, you know what I mean, the league know that, you know what I mean, his talent and stuff like it. I don't even see other NBA players like reacting to him the way the WNBA players reacted to her. Right. And even though he coming in with a lot of fanfare, he been popular since high school. Then he went to Duke. You know what I mean? So
right.
You know, so
and like you say, he got a following anyway. He come from a big time program in school. The NBA, the difference between the NBA and the WNBA, the NBA wants a next face. They want to push that. Sometimes prematurely, but they want to push that next face, you know what I mean, face of the NBA type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Like you said, though, Tom, that's the culture. You know what I mean? That's the culture of the NBA. And so Dave said it's weirdness in the W. I don't understand why it's weird like that. Like I said, it seems like some of these women have more pride and a bigger ego than it would seem like you get from like the men, basically. But
I think them guys used to multi-million-dollar contracts. They used to commercials, shoe deals. It ain't no resentment. But them girls, because it's different, man. They never had that, man. And then you look at the culture. Yeah. We talk about the culture from time to time in the W. Yeah. So, it's a lot of that despising.
And ego that's testosterone different. Ego that's testosterone driven is different than ego that is not testosterone driven.
That's estrogen driven.
That's the way
I don't know why they keep getting in their own way.
And I think something that really hasn't hit the women's game like it. The ring culture in the men's game is for real.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's for real, and I don't think the women's game. I don't think they're really into or they as caught up into winning, having championships to solidify their legacy like the men's game is. I think
agree.
the men's game is more caught up into that. So they're like, okay, if this guy come and you know what I mean, we can win with him, and that means I got a ring on my finger as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that drives the NBA game a lot more than it does the WNBA.
I agree, because if you notice, Tom, like the fact that the Houston Comets won 4 straight rings, that don't even get brought up.
No, at all.
That's you know what I mean. That don't even get like. And Cynthia Cooper, now that she out the league, she's not even really in the conversation. But she my favorite all-time WNBA basketball player, Cynthia Cooper. But she don't even get brought up.
No, she don't get brought up when they talk about what I'm saying, the best players of the league from yesteryear and things like that. Yeah, so I think that ring culture is alive well more so in the NBA, the men's game, than it is in the women's game.
Yeah. Also, they don't really, to be honest, it ain't even really a whole bunch of media conversation around the W to even have those debates like with the NBA. Now it's coming because of Caitlin, but before this, they wasn't even featuring them on any segments or anything.
That's right.
There wasn't even no historic conversation being said because it wasn't a main talking point for sports media. The WNBA wasn't that.
Let me ask y'all this, man, because you Mike, and even Jim, y'all more dialed into the game than I am, right? And I remember, Clayton, you brought this up a couple shows ago saying like the WNBA, when they first came, mainstream or whatever, they was featured like on the Lifetime, on the Hallmark stations, things like that. Do you think, and like you said, that's probably the only, what's the name, that would carry their games?
Mm-hmm.
They were the only ones that would carry the WNBA game. But do you think if it had started on a major market, you know what I'm saying? You think if they started like on an NBC, ABC, something like that, you think the game would have grew different? Do you think it would have had ability to grow faster or different or touch different audiences and things like that?
You asking me?
Yeah, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to answer. Yeah, whoever want to answer.
Yeah, I think personally, it was already there. Number one, like I said, at the beginning of the league, it was a whole lot of excitement around the WNBA starting up. So it was on. I remember watching it on like a major network when it first came on. They moved it from major networks over to like the Lifetime network, right? But more important to what you asking though, Tom, you have an opportunity now though. Why not lean into this current atmosphere now? You're coming from. That you was on a major network. That you was on Lifetime. But now, why not lean into what's going on now? You know what I mean? So that's why I say they keep getting in their own way.
Yeah, and I don't think television coverage does it. Because like here again, I always say that you can push something down people's throat, but if you don't have the sizzle, you don't have that theater, you don't have that thing that captivated an audience, the audience just not getting captivated. But like to Mike's point now, you lean in. I do think they leaning in. I just think the problem is people are jockeying for position because the spotlight is coming. So they trying to fight for position to some degree. Some are uncomfortable with the spotlight, and then, and then others want the credit for it. So I think it's a mixture of things going on right now, but I definitely think the W is trying to lean into it with all the television and all, because they're taking their cash cow and they're putting it on TV all year long. So they trying to lean in. It's just these players in the league, man, they fighting tooth and nail for some type of credit or spotlight.
You don't think they see the big picture, Clayton?
I think they see a big picture, but it's not the same big picture. Everybody's not seeing the same big picture. You know what I'm saying? They see a big picture, like they determined to show the world Caitlin ain't that thing. So they fighting her ass. You know what I'm saying?
It's like if the savior comes and you're not impressed with how the savior looked, then you just, you know what I mean? Then you be like, well, that ain't the savior. That's not the savior.
That ain't for me. Right.
Yeah,
Bill Burr did a great routine about women's sports. And to your point, Tunk, he was talking about what the problem was, and in a funny way, because that was the punchline. He blamed the women viewership for not really leaning in, and that's that. I think that was the reason why. In my mind, it feels like that's the reason why they went to those women-oriented networks, was to try and get it in front of the women and generate some attention. But what they needed was everyone's attention, and that's what this new group with Caitlin out in front is bringing. It's bringing eyes of I wasn't really watching the WNBA before that, but my wife, who's from Iowa, was all in on Caitlin. I started watching. I'm like, hey man, this is fun basketball, right? And it's got to be driven by the eyeballs, and that's what Caitlin was bringing. And now everyone is absolutely you're dead on, Clayton. Everyone is seeing the opportunity to say, hey, I need to get mine. I want to get my ends.
Yeah. So Tom, welcome to the chat. Tom, what's good?
What's up, Tom?
Tom says that was y'all around in 1997 when the WNBA started? Tell me, who was Caitlin back then? And this one thing I know about women, they would destroy what they have over feelings, and that's 100% facts. So yeah, to me, like I said, my favorite basketball player back then, I like the Houston Comets. I like Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops, and Cynthia Cooper, right? They used to battle against what was the girl? Lisa Leslie. She played for the Sparks. They used to go up against them, right? Then later on, you had Rebecca Lobo. Then you had who else? Donna Taurasi came on board. So
you had Sister Witherspoon, used to play for the New York Liberty. You had her.
Yeah. So yeah, Witherspoon was up there. Who else she played with at the Liberty? I forgot. And Witherspoon, because Witherspoon, she was nice, but she wasn't like the
right.
Like,
yeah, she wasn't like a scorer like that. What about Dawn Staley? Dawn Staley played, didn't she?
Yeah. Did she play in a W? I didn't remember. I think
she played for the Liberty. Oh no, Witherspoon did.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Dawn Staley played in the W, I think.
Yeah, I thought
they have a team in Charlotte. I think did they have a team? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, it's been a lot of talent in the WNBA. Then you got Shamika Holslaw. Then you got I mean, it's just been
Nikki
a whole
McCray,
lot.
That was my girl there, Nikki McCray out of Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know who was like a Caitlin Clark back then, like people who just bought, you had some good basketball, but I don't think you had like a Caitlin Clark, somebody who was just like.
I remember Rebecca Lobo getting a lot of hype going into the league, but I mean, she's probably one of the better players that never won a championship.
Yeah, because she came out of UConn, right? Yeah, she came out of UConn. You know what I mean? And
she played for the Liberty, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Dawn Staley played for
also.
Dawn Staley played for Houston and Charlotte in the W.
I knew it was a team in North Carolina. Yeah. So yeah, it was a team in North Carolina.
You're right, Mike. I wouldn't call any of them Caitlin. I think you had way better ball players. They were great.
It was ball.
But this Caitlin thing is just something different, in terms of the fanfare. So if that's what he's saying, nobody brought this before, but they were way better.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, but I do think that like what Tom say about like when their emotions get involved, then they will go scorched earth. Whereas though a dude, like I said, you seen it in golf. If you ain't like Tiger Woods and you know what I mean, and Tiger Woods was helping you get paid, you're not gonna, you know what I mean, you're not gonna upset that apple cart.
Him at all costs. You know what I mean? Because everybody paid. He getting everybody paid.
Man.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a little bit controversial. I'm gonna tell you what else is hurting Caitlyn and her relationship to the league. That's the politics of this country.
Mm-hmm.
The country is so divided right now. It's so divided, and that's playing out in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It definitely feeds into that division because sometimes some of her fan base and then some of Angel Reese fan base they're not really basketball fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have like an agenda. You know what I mean? So you have two different a segment of both fan bases that have an agenda outside of basketball. You know what I mean? So you gotta
and don't get me wrong, and the WNBA, you have a lot of these young ladies that did activist stuff, you know, especially during George Floyd time, especially during all these times. So a lot of the league, I heard Rebecca Lobo, and I just thought this was crazy to me, but she said that's what makes she was doing a Caitlyn game. She said that's what makes something great. And then it got silent. She said, I need to rephrase that. To me, when we starting to nitpick at every little thing we say, because he's got this slogan, that's crazy to me. Like that's how sensitive people, huh?
I said I didn't even follow that. If I didn't listen at first.
She was doing the commentation. Yeah. She said something about that's what make it great. She said that's what makes America great. That's what she said, because it was something about she was wrong on the replay. She said, I think it's going to overturn. It didn't. She said, well, that's what makes America's great. And her co-partner got silent. She said, well, let me rephrase that. That's silly to me.
I got you.
Yeah. So a lot of times you gotta censor what. But see, and then like you say, when they censor themselves like that, then it can't be a natural conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like we will have a natural conversation about basketball. If any one of us say something on here that we don't agree, we don't agree with it. It's just we don't agree. We agree to disagree. But it's not like it's not pop. It ain't political like that. You know what I mean? We ain't
political on here at all. We ain't political on here at all. We all sports.
About that stuff, man.
And that's when I think you mess things up when you bring politics into things. You know what I mean? I.e. Sports Center, ESPN, when you bring politics into everything, man. It's listen, man, I just want to tune in and watch the program, get some, you know what I mean, see the opinions on sports. I don't really care about your party affiliation or lack thereof.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of people tune out. That's why a lot of people tune out.
I think that's because we're all Gen X.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way we came up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I mean, respect is off the top anyway. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's off the top anyway. Whether it's one of us or whether it's in the chat. If somebody, if we can't respect each other, then we can't communicate.
Exactly. That's what we lead with anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's off the top.
And then opinions. You know what I'm saying? Respect first, and then we, offer our opinions on different things. Sports related. You know.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. So what Tom said, a lot of people in the media are hypocrites because when Mike was in the NBA and he was getting beat up by the Detroit Pistons, you Jordan fans was complaining like Caitlin Clark.
That's true.
I'm gonna tell Ty, I almost didn't read that, right? Because I'm a Jordan fan. I'm a Jordan fan. Yeah. And he raised that, right?
No, but
man, I used to complain when Mike was getting beat up by the Pistons. I was like, man.
My thing was the only reason they beating him because the only way they can win because they can beat him up. They got to beat him up,
Yeah.
But even in all that, he was still dropping numbers on their head.
Right. Yeah.
That's serious, man. That's serious.
Yeah. And
still dropping numbers, losing.
That's all right.
Look, let me say this though.
That's all right.
That rivalry, right? And that rivalry and everything that went on between Michael Jordan and the Pistons, right? That was so bitter that it goes on to even this day.
To this day.
Isaiah is still hot about it. Mike don't like to talk about it. But look, as fans, we all benefited from that level of that level of whatever you want to call it, animosity, vitriol, or
competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We benefited.
Yep.
And so when we see something like Ja Morant and Zion exchanging jerseys at a preseason game when neither one of them did anything, you know what I mean? To us, that don't even really feel right.
You know, it's just a different day and time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different day and time, man. You know, it was a time where, you know, we get on the basketball court, man. You got skills, I got skills. Let's match them. You know what I'm saying? Let's get out there. We're gonna bump. You know what I'm saying? Then after the game, bad boy, what you about to do? What you about to do? I mean, what's about to happen? All that. It wasn't like, and I think that AU stuff changed all that. I really do. I never want to sound like old fuddy duddy, get off my lawn top type. Yeah. But like them say, we Gen Xers, man, and that's how we were. You know what I mean? That's how we were. We gonna compete and we gonna go at it. And then afterwards, but we never really wanted to team up. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, you know, just pickup games, and you might look at another team and like, yeah, man, they kind of deep. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna beat them anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna beat them anyway. It was like that. It wasn't like, man, well, I want to play with them because they got a better, you know what I mean, team or nothing. It was never that.
But I gotta admit though, Tom, I am that dude now, that get off my lawn dude. You know what I mean? When we was young, I cut across somebody yard a lot, and people be like, man, hey, get off of there. And now kids cut across my yard. I'm the same way, you know. So I guess it just come with age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Turned into that. Yeah, you turned into that.
Yeah. Like, man, what in the world going on with this generation cutting across my? And I know I started to pick up a football game on somebody's yard. You know
somebody
what I mean? Somebody cut across my lawn, man. I'm ready to call the police. It just come with age, man. It just come with age. I wanted to ask Dave. Dave said something about the Styles, right? Look up Styles. Like, who was Styles, Dave? From the WNBA. Y'all remember Styles in the WNBA?
Jackie Styles. She was a Missouri kid.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What was her name, Jim? Jackie Styles?
Jackie Styles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
That was the one that was the leading all-time leading Division I scorer before they say Caitlin passed her or something? Is that what that was?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. It might have. I mean, it might have been who Kelsey Plum passed. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Let me see. What's the name again?
Jackie Styles.
To me, it sounds familiar. Jackie Styles.
It does. It does sound. The name sounds
familiar. She's a basketball coach now.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Jackie Styles the name of Will Ferrell in the semi-pro movie? No, it was Jackie.
Yeah, it was Jackie something.
Yeah.
Was it Moon? It wasn't Moon, was it?
Now I forget. Yeah.
Man, that was a funny movie. You and Clayton, y'all ain't see that movie.
Man, I never watched that dude Ferrell movies, man. That dude one that did sportscaster or something like that. Anyone that did something like that.
Oh man,
yeah. I never watched his movies, man. I never watched his movies.
Check out Semi-Pro, man.
Man, you talk about laughing tongue, man. That movie was funny as shit.
For real.
Hey, Jim, I think it's Jackie Styles. I mean, Jackie Moon. My fault. I think it's Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon. Yeah, Jackie Moon. Yeah. You're right.
I think it's Jackie. Oh man, let me see. Did you guys get a chance to check out Ben Wilson? Clayton, did you say you checked out the Ben Wilson story?
I did watch Benji. Yes. They murdered him. Yes. Yeah. Man, he was in high school. Magic Johnson was trying to play with him, calling his house and stuff. Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Tough story, man. All the Chicago. Huh?
The dude out of Chicago that got killed.
Yes, him. All the Chicago legends, man, was crazy. They showed some highlights to him. He was smooth.
Everybody wore his number. That came. Juwan Howard. what's my man name? I can't think. Derrick Rose was number.
Yeah, Derrick Rose, yeah.
Yeah, Juwan Howard. That's why Juwan Howard was number 5 and all that.
Yeah. But they killed him, man.
Yeah. They you know, he had a son that went to Eastern Shore. His son went down Maryland Eastern Shore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, his son went down Maryland Eastern Shore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched him, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. Actually, I watched that, and then the Len Bias thing was right in the it was right in the suggested videos. I watched them back to back.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Yeah. He said, why not?
Why not? Check out Lenny too. Right.
Y'all remember here in Baltimore, remember Craig Cromwell got killed?
Yeah.
And then they named the league after him. We've had some tragic stories too in the city, man.
Yeah.
Who else got killed? It was another basketball player, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. He was
in Maryland. Brother got killed. Jay Bias got killed.
Yeah,
Jay Bias. Yeah.
That charity game formed. They said that charity game of CCB. Then they moved it down to the Civic Center. I can't think his name, man. He got shot in the car right down Russell Street.
Yeah,
it was on their way down to DC or something to either play in the game or watch a game or something like that. And I can't think his name, man. But I remember he was going up CCB, I think, at the time when he got killed. And that's when because one of them charity games I went to, and the boy, what's the dude that went to Temple, man? What's the dude that went to Temple? Mike, we was up. What's the name at the time? Mike, we was out McCormick at the time.
You ain't talking about Mark Macon, did you?
Mark Karcher.
Mark Karcher. Okay, my fault.
Karcher, one of them, what's his name games, man? He turned it out. He turned it out down there. Him and the dude that went to Southern at the time, they was going at it. But Mark Karcher, he really turned it out down there. Yeah, I'm getting old, man. I can't think of them dudes' names now, man. But yep.
Yeah, but let me see what Tom said. He said, "I'll go to my grave saying Isaiah should have been on that team. I don't know why John Stockton was on there. I don't know why Chris Mullin was on there. That's questionable for me. Why not Mitch Richmond?" Yeah, no doubt. I think everybody can agree that Isaiah should have been on that team. Yeah. But
I think Chris Mullin was a solid pick, though. I think Chris Mullin was a solid pick.
I think Christian Laettner shouldn't have been on there.
I know. That's the thing. You know, man. Yeah, that's the thing. They wanted one college player or something.
I have to push back a little bit on the John Stockton, because I mean, the dude is all-time #1 in assists and steals. Oh yeah,
that's why I said Christian Laettner. Yeah. Like none of the NBA players I couldn't squawk at.
Yeah. I can't. Now everybody, got their own narratives when they come to best basketball players and everything, and there's always that when it comes to Jordan, he got 6, and Magic got 5, Bird got 3. That's always the knock against LeBron, that he only has 4. Stockton don't have none. Isaiah got 2. So Isaiah was the unquestionable leader of that team. No man with 2 rings. So no, I ain't taking Stockton over him because he got better stats. Just like most people ain't taking LeBron over Mike because he got better stats and he ain't got enough championships. So,
you're right. I mean, I wouldn't argue that. I'm just saying that you could have kept Isaiah and Stockton and took off the college.
I don't know nobody needs a college player anyway. I only remember Laettner playing in any of them games, even in the blowouts. I don't remember playing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember them playing either.
You ain't take Diesel, but then they say you ain't need Diesel because you had Patrick, you had David Robinson, so you ain't need Diesel. Neither one of them was gonna play a lot.
No,
probably not. One of them gonna play a lot. Diesel or Laettner, they weren't gonna play a lot.
I don't know. Diesel would have got some minutes.
No, I don't think he would have had a donut, but I don't think he would have played a lot.
I don't know. He might have punked David Robinson for his burn.
You know why? You know why?
He had a thing against Robinson. Go ahead.
You know why I don't think Diesel would have got a lot of minutes? Because the NBA back then it was about like paying your dues, and it was like the old guard, like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and all those guys, I think that, you know, it was just a pecking order more so. That's how things worked more so back then than they do now. Like now,
Bird ain't even want to play. You know,
right.
He had back trouble.
Yeah, he more so an ambassador.
Right.
Well, I just think even in college, coming out of college, Shaq was the college guy, right? Wasn't he the college guy still? I think he was better than Patrick Ewing at that time. I think he was better than he might not have been better than Dave Ryan, but more of a presence. So I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past him getting a little bit more minutes than we think.
You think Dave Robinson better than Patrick Ewing?
I do. Skill wise. Yeah, skill wise.
You see, like Mike just said, even if that was the case, it was a pecking order. You know what I'm saying? It was a pecking order. You got to wait your turn. So to speak. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait your turn. And you're going to be great and you're going to be one of the greatest ever, but you got to wait your turn. It ain't your turn yet.
Yeah, but Shaq, one of them guys where the pecking order don't apply. That's just like when Magic came into the league, it just didn't apply. When Bird came into the league, it just didn't apply. Some players, it just don't apply.
I wouldn't put him in that category, but I understand what you're saying.
I got you. I get you.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, for some people, you do got to bend the rules, but
I got Diesel. I know a lot of people who have Diesel ranked high for us all-time centers. I think I got Diesel number 4. I think I got Diesel number 4. But but what's him and Dream to me is a toss-up. Him and Dream to me is a toss-up. But I put Wilt in front of him, Kareem in front of him, and Moses in front of him. But you know what I'm saying? Him and Dream could be a toss-up. You know, Diesel got more championships, so you can say you put Diesel in front. Diesel got more points. Akeem was better defensively, better rebounding and things like that. So you know what I mean, half dozen in one hand. You can't really go wrong with the one. Yeah.
Now I think Dream was better than Dave Robinson, Patrick Ewing, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I think the Dream was better than all of those guys.
Can't argue with that.
And he gave him work to me. I mean, he backing my argument up. He gave him work.
Hey, look, man, you can't argue that.
But
Dream started playing basketball late too, right?
He did.
Real late.
He did.
He was there in college.
Right. So because I don't think it's one center better than him, even Kareem. And I think if he'd have played as long, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let me see.
He was a natural.
No,
Akeem was a natural.
No doubt. Tom said, let me see the next brother, if y'all don't know, is Ronnie Fields. I did hear Ronnie Fields. He played with Kevin Garnett in high school. Check his history out. I gave you Benji, and definitely not going to be disappointed. Yeah, I did hear about Kevin Garnett and a couple other people speak about this kid, Ronnie Fields.
You remember him, Mike? You know what I mean? He was a dude, super athletic. Up in Chicago, when Kevin Garnett left South Carolina to go up there, that was the same team. Farragut Academy, he was there, and he was a high school legend and thing. But he was in an accident, a real bad car accident. He had to wear that halo. He had to wear that halo for time to stabilize his neck and things like that. Because he was in a car accident. I remember. I think he played college ball, but I couldn't tell you where. I think he played college ball though. Yeah.
August Max. Charles Barkley was on the Dream Team. He wasn't?
Not in college.
No, what's the name? Cut him.
Yeah, they cut him in college.
What's my man name? Indiana. What's his name?
Yeah, Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight cut him.
He wasn't on that team with Jordan now.
No,
when he was in college.
Magic and Bird and them, he wasn't?
No, with Bird and them, he's saying when he was at Auburn.
84.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby Knight cut him.
Yeah, and you could make a case for Barkley on that team.
That Auburn team Barkley played on though was mean though. Jay.
Yeah.
Tisdale was the man back then though, boy. Tisdale. Wayne Tisdale. Yeah, he was that dude back then. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no question about it. He was that dude back then.
Yeah, he was.
Out of Oklahoma. Yeah, he was that dude.
And he got all his points in the paint
Yeah.
Points in the paint. He came with a hard hat for real.
Yeah. I ain't saying Barkley shouldn't have made it, but I'm just saying Tisdale was on that team, and I don't think he was better than Tisdale at that time.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. If you go back to Tisdale, he's down Oklahoma, the stats he was putting up.
Yeah.
But then, you know, John Thompson, the reason they had to get a dream team was John Thompson cut all the scores in 88. And he just I'm telling you, man, John Thompson, man, who I love, man. John Thompson don't want no. That's why I was so crazy when he got Al Thompson in there, because John Thompson, he wanted dudes just for defense. He was like, well, John, we gotta score the ball. Sometime, man, he cut Mark Macon. Mark Macon, I think he cut. I ain't sure, but he cut a lot of dudes that was nice, man, that could score. And John Thompson cut him. He said they ain't play no defense, so he cut him. So after that, and they lost in 88, that's when the Olympic Committee said, no, man, we got to send out professionals, man. We ain't gonna get embarrassed like that again. And that's when the dream thing came.
That was crazy.
You think they should go back to the what's the name? Y'all think they should go back to the college players?
Only reason, not now, but if the college game, if the college game was like it was back then, kids were still staying like 3 years and stuff like that.
Right.
You might be able to make a case for it. Then you had some kids that was, now you know they be getting blown up. You playing against grown men now, against a bunch of freshman college players, Yeah.
And like you say, overseas or other countries, they send in their professionals. They've been playing professionally, 8-10 years in some instances. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick though, like before we get out of here, let me ask y'all this then. Do y'all think the rest of the world has caught up to the United States in basketball as far as talent is concerned?
I think it might be dead even.
If you're saying U.S. versus the world, I agree with Tunk. It's probably if you're talking national teams, I think there's only just a couple of teams that can give the U.S. team a
go.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that. 100%. Yeah, like U.S. versus the world, I think it's like a dead heat. But like you said, certain country teams, I still give the U.S. the edge in that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the world, I think it's dead even.
Yeah. I didn't know this. August Max says that 1976 Indiana Hoosiers were undefeated, and the record is 50 years old. It won't be broken, at least in my lifetime. I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? Like in 76, they was undefeated.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
That's what they based the movie Hoosiers on, didn't they?
I don't know that. I don't know that, but
I know.
Hoosiers was actually based on a real high school team.
High school team. Okay.
Yeah, in Indiana. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because as a matter of fact, there's only 1 or 2 championships. Bobby Knight, he won that one, and the one with Isaiah.
Yeah.
They only 2 Bobby Knight won.
Yep.
How y'all feel about Bobby Knight as a coach?
He was old school. He was old school.
He could coach. I wouldn't send my son to play for him though, but he could coach.
Yeah,
he could coach.
All right, fellas. I'm gone.
Hey, man, I'm great tuning into that game, Jack.
Yeah, it's a good sign right now. Whenever Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Russo do Caitlin games, she go off. So it's a good sign.
All right, I'm hoping both of them have a good game.
Yeah,
man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one, though. All right.
Appreciate August Max. Appreciate Time. Appreciate Dave. Who else we got in here? East Side Legend. Let me see. What's the young lady name? Retro. Hairstylist, appreciate you. Everybody who was in there.
Everybody came through, show love today.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And so man. I'm ready to get off here though, fellas. Everybody make sure like and subscribe. I'm gonna go check this game out, man. This is like my Super Bowl right here, Jack.
All right. Talk to y'all later, man. Respect.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right.
Bye, fellas.
All right, Jim.